Hello, all you beautiful CrimeCon attendees. I am Bob Motta, host of the true crime podcast, Defense Diaries. And I am here, number one, to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you had a day filled with family, friends, love, and of course, delicious food. And I hope that you got all your Black Friday deals today that you were looking for. Again, look, 2023, which is what I'm going to talk about in the year in true crime, it was incredible. I don't know that I've ever seen a year in all of my life. And I've been a criminal defense attorney for 20 plus years. And I've never seen a year like this where there have been more huge cases solved, more huge trials where convictions were gotten by the prosecution, more cold cases solved. It has been unbelievable, just an incredible year. So incredible that there's no way in the time that I've been allotted that I would be able to discuss everything that I would love to. So I'm just going to have to focus on what I consider to be the highlights for me of this incredible year in true crime. And look, the only thing that all of us care about in this true crime community is getting justice for the victims and their families. And the fact of the matter is, watching that process take place, watching it unfold is fascinating. It's why we do it. It's why we engage. It's because we want to know and we want to help when we can. So look, you have to start with Alec Murdaugh. That trial was unbelievable. The thing went on for weeks and weeks and weeks. Creighton Waters and his team did an amazing job putting that case together and ultimately getting justice for both Paul and Maggie, whose lives were stolen by Alec Murdaugh. So he ends up going down on a massive conviction, and they're not done with him. They're coming after him now for all the financial crimes with respect to the client's money that he had stolen. So I'm looking forward to that trial if he doesn't plead out. But that was the first bell ringer in 2023. And then that was followed up by the explosive Lori Vallow case, who, of course, was convicted, and justice was served to both JJ, her son, and Tylee, her daughter, as well as Tammy Daybell, for conspiracy to commit murder, as all three of them received justice in an explosive trial, really, which wasn't televised, but they did give us the audio for it. It was so fascinating in so many respects, just to try to understand how warped and twisted Lori Vallow was, and for the prosecution to weave their way through that case where it was all really circumstantial against her, but they were able to put together an incredibly solid case and secure the convictions that serve justice for everybody that deserved it in that case. So that was an amazing case as well. We then have two active cases that have not gone to trial, which are both huge cases in the true crime world. We've got Abigail Williams and Liberty German in the Delphi case, where the arrest of Richard Allen took place last October. That case has gone completely off the rails procedurally. It is like no case that I've seen in recent memory in terms of what has been going on, not even getting to the guilt or innocence phase. We're just talking about getting to trial, and I have never seen anything like it. I am closely following that case because, again, at the end of the day, all I care about is getting justice for Abby and Libby in that case, and that can only happen if, number one, they have the right person or persons in the case, and if they do, that person gets a fair trial. Otherwise, the family will be subjected, like more than likely, to another trial where they have to go through this nightmare again. We want to get it. We have to get it right the first time. So that case is in the middle of it all, as is the tragic Idaho 4 case, where we were seeking justice for those 4 beautiful kids. And at this point, the defendant in that case has been fighting tooth and nail through his attorney, Ann Taylor. That case is far, far away from going. I'd predict 2.5 years from going to trial. And it has been hard fought. And it is a case that will be massively consumed by all of us because all of us want to see justice for the kids. And it's just going to be one of those trials that's going to be a can't miss because it's got every element that you look for in a trial. So keep your eye out for that. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get that in this year. And I don't think we may get it towards the end of next year, like the end of next year, but I don't think that we're going to get it this year, but we'll see. In terms of what's going to go on with that, I predict that there will be tons of motion work in the coming months. So keep your eyes out for that. It'll be fascinating as well. We did get another massive conviction in Charlie Adelson's case, where we were seeking justice for Dan Markel. Obviously, that was an amazing case. Another tough circumstantial case. The state did an amazing job putting it together because there was no smoking gun evidence per se. It was all circumstantial evidence, and they did a masterful job presenting that case to the jury because Dan Markel, father of two, was viciously murdered outside of his home, and they didn't know who did it initially. They end up finding out that there was a hit that was put in place. The three people that were directly responsible have all either been convicted or pled out. And then there was Charlie. They were looking for the masterminds. And so they just got a conviction on Charlie. And just last week, Donna Adelson, the mom, the puppet master, was just arrested and charged with the exact same things that Charlie was. So look for that trial to happen as the fight for Ruth Markel and her son continues, as they continue to try to get justice for the entire family and for Dan Markel. So I think that's going to have to do it. I wish I could talk to you all day, but I've run out of time. I hope that we see you all in Nashville this year. It's an amazing event. If you haven't been to it, make sure that you come because you will be blown away at the amount of amazing people and talent there that just love the same things that you love, and that is true crime and talking about it, and all of us trying to understand why all these awful things in the world happen, and all of us seeking to get justice together. So looking forward to seeing you in Nashville, and have wonderful holidays. Talk to you later.